Learning to Read Guitar Music, How and Why. Written and narrated by Ged Brockie. Chapter 1. Learning to Read Guitar Music, How and Why. Sight reading is something that lots of guitarists can't do. One of the reasons they can't do it is that they think it's really hard. So the first thing I just want to say about sight reading is it is not difficult to sight read. I'm going to say that again. It is not difficult to sight read, but you do have to know how to go about it. The reason I can say that it's not difficult to sight read is if you know just one note on the guitar and you know how that note is notated in music and you can look at that note and you can play it, then you've just sight read something. Now, this is where the problems come in. It's when you have to sight read more than one note. So I would just want to start by saying there are two types of reading really out there. There's the ability to read music, that is learn the notes on the guitar and how they relate to the notes of notated music. And there's the ability to sight read. So let's look at these two things. The ability to read music means you have to learn the chromatic scale. You have to know each and every note on the guitar fretboard. And you only have to learn up to fret 12 because from that point on it just repeats itself. So fret 1 is the same as fret 13 on any of the strings. So fret 2 is the same as 14 on any of the strings. So there's a lot involved in learning that. I do accept that. You can learn the notes that you see on the fretboard, and then you've got to relate them to notes that are notated down. Once you can do that, then you can go about actually building up a picture of the melodies or the chords or the arrangements that you're trying to play. Now, the point is, that is reading music. But it's not the same as sight reading. So what specific skills are needed to sight read? Well, sight reading builds on being able to read music. But there's an additional thing you've got to add in here, an additional skill, which I call flow. It's the ability to look from left to right, and there are some techniques that I'm going to discuss later. It's the ability to look from left to right and let that flow of information, as you see it appear, go through your eyeballs and into your brain, and then that triggers you.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?